Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. Well, thank you so much. Yes, I know we're all excited here because it's been an exciting couple of days here. The eyes of the world were focused on Seattle. Boris Yeltsin, the Russian president, left Seattle yesterday. You probably read this. He landed in Ireland. They rolled out the carpet for him in Ireland, and none of his aides could wake him up. Did you read this? Guy was out. He was out cold. It sounds to me like he got into that case of Red Hook that he put on the plane. It's either that or Boeing had the same effect on him that it has on everyone else. It's just one of the two. I don't know. Although, not really. No, not really. No, no. However, there was some interesting news. He had interesting news for us. He said that Russia, this was very interesting, had 10 nuclear missiles pointed towards the northwest, but that they've now all been turned off. You know, we're at peace and everything. But at first he was worried that one of them had hit, but then his guide explained, no, that's just the Kingdom. Which, wow. Whoa, he said. I thought Chernobyl was bad, was what he said. Anyway, Yeltsin revealed where the Russian missiles were targeted. One, of course, at Boeing, one at McChord Air Force Base, one at KVI Radio, which, of course, makes sense. And the other 7 at that guy who plays the bagpipes at Westlake Center. That's which I think they maybe shouldn't have turned those off. I don't know. Though I have to say, turns out Yeltsin's visit was largely a disappointment for him, since he'd been hoping to have lunch at Trader Vic's, go shopping at Frederick & Nelson's, have a cherry Coke at Woolworth's, and then wrap it up with dinner at the Doghouse. Just wasn't in the cards. So when none of that worked out, he went, you might have seen this, he went to visit a family on Queen Anne Hill and had some fun with the swing they have on the front porch. We have some video of that. Look at this. Look at this. There he is. There's Yeltsin, Queen Anne Hill. And look what he does here. He puts his hand down like, yo! Whoa! You know, there you have it. The president of the Russian Republic copping a feel on Queen Anne Hill. Something that I might have done, you know. I'm not proud, but anyway. Some other local news of interest. The state has formed a tribunal to decide if Herschel the sea lion should be put to death. And Herschel says he's frankly so sick of fish that he's actually looking forward to the execution. He's asked for a last meal of steak and baked potato, which is good. Meanwhile, on death row, Mitchell Roop, who now weighs more than Herschel, has rejected lethal injection, doesn't want to hang, and now the judge has ruled he's so heavy he doesn't have to hang, so they're just thinking of sending him through the Ballard locks, just to see how he does. Just let's see how he does. Just let him go. That's the law of nature there, something we at Almost Live think is very important, and that's why we're happy to present another episode of our very own Nature Show. Please, take a look.
It's time for Nature Walk with Chuck.
Hi, welcome to Nature Walk with Chuck. I'm Chuck up here in beautiful Snoqualmie Falls. Well, we got a lot of nature to see, so let's get started. Jimmy! All right, this is Jimmy, our intern from the Forest Service, huh? Are you ready to experience nature?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chuck.
Okay, first things first, what have we got on tap?
Ballard bitter, sir.
All right, that a boy.
Wait up, Mr. Chuck.
Come on, Jimmy. Nature's not for wussies.
What kind of bird is that, Mr. Chuck?
It's a dead one, Jimmy. Give me a smoke. Now, Jimmy, the first lesson in nature is to always respect the environment. That's why I want you to take this brake fluid and store it properly until we can recycle it.
But, Mr. Chuck, shouldn't we tell the owner of this van that we took it?
No, Jimmy. You see, that's going to be his first lesson in human nature. That you don't cut off old Chuck when he's trying to pass you on a steep mountain incline. That's crazy. Ever eaten a pine cone, Jimmy?
No, sir, Mr. Chuck.
Well, go ahead and give it a try. Go ahead. Hurt, doesn't it? Hugo Gibbons was an idiot. Jimmy, quit blubbering. In nature, you're either the hunter or the hunted. And survival of the fittest. And timing is everything. Okay, I want you to be very quiet. When I say now, you fire. Okay. Now. Well, what do you know? Just my size. Don't forget that lantern. Well, look at that. It's a beehive.
Wow.
Jimmy, a hive is a regimented and complex universe where each bee responds individually and collectively to whatever nature throws in its path. Watch this. All this nature builds up an appetite. You hungry, Jimmy?
Yes, Mr. Chuck.
Well, turn over that rock. All right, once again, nature provides. You rustle up what you can't hear, I'm gonna check out up the trail. Eat up.
More coffee, Chuck?
Sure, top me off, Denise. It's been a good nature walk. We learned a lot, and we had some fun. The beer's gone, but that's okay, because Jimmy's gonna fetch us a gallon of nature's finest refreshment. Cold, clean river water. Isn't that right, Jimmy?
This water's moving up like that, Mr. Chuck!
Keep going, Jimmy. Water always tastes better when it's from the middle. We'll see you next time on Nature Walk.
This has been Nature Walk with Chuck.
All right, stay with us. We've got a great show, and we'll be right back.
We now return you to the Jerry's Kids Telethon, sponsored in part by Prozac. Prozac. Except for the potentially gnarly side effects, this stuff kicks ass. And by Paranoia, because shh, everyone's talking about you.
Welcome back to the first annual Jerry's Kids Telethon. I'm Rolf, and this is Cinda.
Hey, man, I can't see.
Open your eyes.
Oh.
As we mentioned earlier, Jerry had planned on being here, but at the last minute he got caught up in a guitar solo that's now in its 72nd hour. Check it out, man.
Man, he's cooler than even like a, God.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, now I don't want to get all corporate sounding, but people keep calling and asking us questions like, who the hell are we? And what the hell are we doing on TV? And why the hell should anyone give us money? And are we popular in France? Well, I don't know about the France thing because I don't speak France, but I can read our statement of purpose. The Jerry's Kids Telethon is about raising money for Jerry's kids. That's us. And we need the money because it's hard to hold down a job and follow the dead all over the country. Plus we need money to eat and to party and to eat.
Contrary to what you may think, the egg that sits in a frying pan for that ad that says, "This is your brain on drugs," is not really a human brain. It's an egg.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go now to Quinn at the tote board. Quinn?
Did you say toke board?
I said tote board.
I swear he said toke board. Anyway, so far we have $26. Plus we got a 68 V-dub van. Carburetor needs work, but that's cool. And a bootleg tape of a 71 Dead show in Toronto. I think I was there. I think it was awesome.
Cool. Hey, let's check in with our phone volunteers and see how they're doing. All right, you guys are doing great. Okay, in a minute we're going to bring out a most excellent dude. But first, here's Tad to tell you how the donation dollars are being spent. Tad?
There you are, man. Your Jerry's Kids Telethon dollars fund many important projects like the Keep on Truck and Road Rescuer. This fully equipped towing van scours the highways and byways for deadheads stranded by automotive bombers. And your dollars also support the Jerry Garcia House, due to begin construction in 1998. This nationwide system of drop-in crash pads will always be located right next to a Ronald McDonald House, man. So those excellent fries are just like a stone's throw away. Jerry Garcia House, serving America since 1998.
Okay. Thanks, Tad. Thanks, man. I'm sure you all remember the 1969 classic History of Hemp.
Wasn't it like a 10-part series on PBS?
You're thinking of baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, the author is right here in our studio. Please welcome Brad the Bogart Purcell. Whoa. Man, what happened to you, man?
Well, first of all, I stopped taking drugs, and then I stopped living with my parents. Then I stopped following the Grateful Dead all over the country. And finally, I stopped talking in that stupid stoner voice like you and everyone else here.
What stupid stoner voice?
The one you're using right now.
I can't hear it.
Well, now, perhaps that's because you're stoned on pot.
You said pot?
I know I said pot.
You said it again.
Yes, pot. Pot. Pot? Pot?
Stop it, man. I'm going to pee my pants. Stop
I got to get back to Earth, guys.
Wow, man, has he really gotten screwed up?
it. Really screwed up.
Hey, let's go back to Quinn for the tote board update.
Rolf and Cinda, we now have a total of $13.
I thought we had $26.
Well, we did, but then I got the munchies and I ordered a pizza with 3 toppings. And you know, that cost extra. And you know, I had to go get a root beer from the machine downstairs because all the salt in the pizza made me have cotton mouth. So that leaves us at $13.
Cool. Okay. Well, we're going to take a smoke break now, but stay with us because we'll be right back with the 1994 National Air Guitar Champ.
April 2nd, 1985. Oh, yeah, I remember all right. You remember?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
We were here, right?
We were here on our second picture.
Or our third.
Or our third.
And you had just gone for cigarettes.
I'd gone for cigarettes.
Huh? And when you came back, you looked frozen. And she looked frozen, you know?
I felt frozen.
So I said, you know what? What's going on?
And then I told her.
And she told me. In this totally dead voice. Say it how you said it.
I said, David Lee Roth left Van Halen.
The words, they hit like you know, like an earthquake.
Yeah, like the big one.
Yeah, like the big one, yeah.
Do you remember what I did then? You remember?
Yeah, No, what?
I switched my brand of cigarettes. Right then, do you remember?
That's right. That's right, she did.
I made a statement.
You made a statement. Gee, it's like BC and AD. You know, there's BC smokes and there's AD smokes. These are AD smokes.
After Dave.
Remember the song Jump?
Do I remember it?
I know you remember it.
Yeah, do you remember
I
it?
remember it. Hey you! What's that?
Whoa, baby, how do
you feel? Go ahead! sing Jump and he jumped at the same time.
Oh, yeah. But you know, he jumped in other songs too.
You're right. She's right. He jumped when he sang Jump, but he jumped when he sang other songs too. So.
He was known for jumping.
Yeah, he jumped a lot.
Hell of a lot.
Damn right. Sammy Hagar cannot jump.
Who?
We don't acknowledge Sammy Hagar.
He sucks.
And he's a kiss-ass.
Total kiss-ass.
David Lee Roth is not a kiss-ass.
Damn right.
Damn right.
You know, David Lee Roth, he didn't care what other people thought.
I mean, he had a perm.
So what?
Exactly. He was his own man.
Absolutely.
Damn right.
Yeah, maybe it was a home perm.
Might have been a home perm.
And doesn't matter, because it was a good perm.
Hell yes, it was.
Damn right.
Damn right. April 2nd, 1985. It's the day the music died.
Up and died.
Yep. Up and died.
Why don't you jump?
Jump.
John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. Well, Mike Lowry's 13th annual shrimp feed was heard earlier this week and on Capitol Hill. A good time was had by all as the crowd worked together to feed the governor a record 6,000 shrimp. The Pike Place Market Council recently passed a resolution to forbid its members from carrying firearms to council meetings. Said one member, "We agreed from now on just to settle things with our fists." Donald Watts, son of former Sonic Slick Watts, has given an oral commitment to the Husky basketball team. Watts says he'll give a written commitment after he checks out the cheerleaders. University of Washington teacher Richard Kenny has won a $50,000 award for a book of poetry that no one will ever read. A video called SeaTac 2020, A Vision for Our Future, shows 3 possible plans for that city. While each of the plans differs greatly in land use and zoning requirements, all 3 call for more massage parlors. Former Seattle Mariners owner Jeff Smulyan has been named to head the U.S. delegation to a United Nations conference in Japan. Smulyan angered his Japanese hosts, however, when he immediately tried to have the conference moved to Florida. Como meteorologist Steve Poole kept a dietary diary for the PI in which readers discovered that he needed more natural fiber in his diet. There is no word on whether Poole will keep a diary detailing what happens after he adds all that fiber. In a related story, it was reported that Como sports anchor Bruce King needs to get more natural fiber in his sport coats. Finally, a man who has robbed several taverns in the Seattle area is described as short, 30-ish, and demanding. Police say they already have a suspect in mind. This has been the John Report. Thank you, and we'll be right back.
Mitchell Roop, condemned to die. But wait, his death sentence was overturned. Why? At over 400 pounds, he could not be hanged because his head would pop off. As long as he keeps the weight on, he stays off the gallows. Hello, I'm Cliff Scott with a message for death row inmates. You've tried appeals, you've tried plea bargaining, but nothing seems to push back that date with the hangman. Until now. Introducing Mitchell Roop's No Hang Fast Fat formula. It's the perfect death row diet, and it's so simple. You have 10 delicious chocolate milkshakes for breakfast, 25 for lunch, then a sensible dinner. And that's it. Stay on the death row diet for 6 months, and your head is guaranteed to pop off. If you're hanged, which you won't be. Listen to these satisfied customers.
I didn't think there was any hope for me, but then I gained 100 pounds in 2 weeks on the Fat Fast formula. Now I have a whole new lease on life.
The guards call me Toothpick Boy, but they won't be laughing if I get fat and my head pops off, which it will, so they better not. Thanks, Mitchell Roop.
Your health insurance company may drop you, but the state can't. With Mitchell Roop's no-hang fast fat formula. Not affiliated with Rope Watchers or Stop Drop International. Brought to you by Nutra Beat the System.
Well, that's all the time we have this week. Stay tuned for Saturday Night Live. We'll be back next week. We want to say, get well, Chris. And thanks to those folks on Denny Creek. Good night.